Cat people, how are you today? I am Catlady Antigoni, and today I'm replying to some questions about eyeshadows. Basically today I'm gonna use and reply to the tag that Annette Obrestad from Annette's Makeup Corner has created. It has to do with eyeshadows, eyeshadow palettes and everything that has been released in 2022. Let me tell you how I am gonna play this game. Basically, I'm not sure what or which of the products that I'm gonna mention are actually released in 2022, but I can tell you for sure that I have tried them and I reviewed them in 2022. That's why I'm gonna mention them in this video. So, if you're ready for this, let's start! Question number 1. The most innovative release of the year? Well, I think it's this one, and I'm talking about LH Cosmetics and the Daybreak palette. What's the innovation with this palette? Basically, you see a normal eyeshadow palette, but here's the plot twist. Here we have two eyeshadows that if you add some drops of water or if you spray them, I don't remember, I have tried both of them are working, you can turn them into liquid eyeliners, and this was mind-blowing. Like, I was so happy when I got my hands on this palette because these two had a formula that I was definitely wanted to try, and of course I couldn't understand how can this be a thing because I'm so used to use like cake liners which are strictly water activated, and after they get dry you cannot use them anymore. Everything that has to do with aqua colors that I used to do transformation makeup works like this, so this palette for me was mind-blowing. Yeah, some extra points about the quality as well, because LH Cosmetics just never disappoints. At number 2 we have a palette that surprised you the most. Ta-da! I'm gonna tell you about the collaboration between NYX and La Casa de Papel, and we have this piece of art. It's so beautiful as a palette. The color scheme, on the other hand, is something that you would not expect to see for me and here at my channel, because you know I'm not a big neutral lover. I can appreciate them, I know their place in makeup, but they're just not for me. Like, I in general prefer having more colorful makeup looks, and that's why when this palette was released I was like, meh, maybe it's not for me, and I didn't buy it at the beginning. And then I found like 50% discount on this palette, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try it because I know how great is NYX at having collaboration palettes and how great the quality is, so that's why I purchased it, and it was the best choice I've ever made. The palette is amazing, the quality is top-notch, and actually you might be able to see that it's not a strictly neutral palette, since it has some burgundy reds here, some pinks, an orange, wow, an orange, and a lot of green. So at the first look it seems like a kind of meh palette, but no, you can create a lot of looks with this palette, very high quality, so that's why it was quite a surprise for me. At number 3 I have to tell you about the palette that I regret buying, and of course this is not a surprise for anyone here in this channel. I'm gonna tell you about the collaboration between Essence and Dumbo. Such a cute palette, such a beautiful palette outside, because if you go inside and if you actually try to swatch it, then the disappointment hits you very, very hard. We are basically talking about 14 eyeshadows, mattes, metallics, some marbles. Anyway, none of them is working. Seriously, like, if you try to blend them, this is gonna be a huge mistake because they will just be disappeared completely. And this is so unfortunate because it's such a cute palette, as I said before. Dumbo like offers a lot of opportunities as a film, the characters and everything, and this color scheme is actually so pretty, so they could have done something amazing. Instead they did something just bad. I don't even know what can I do with this palette. I'm thinking to try to make some candles and actually use the eyeshadows to color these candles, because this is not gonna be on my face anymore. This is not good as a makeup product. Next, we have the best collaboration. Of course, I'm gonna tell you about Colourpop and The Nightmare Before Christmas. If you know me, you know how much I love this film and in general Tim Burton's films. And of course, when I saw this palette, I just couldn't resist. It's such a beautiful palette. I don't know if you can see all the details, if you can see all the glitters, if you can see Sally here. It's so cute. Now, when it comes to the color scheme, we are having this one right here. A lot of people have said that it's not very true to the movie. I don't know if I agree, because I remember the movie having some more bright colors, some pinks and stuff like that, but of course, if you think about the movie, this quadrant here, I don't think it's the first color scheme that it comes to your head. Is it really bothering to me? Well, I wouldn't say so, because this palette is amazing, and I like to see this because I see kinda the contrast between the two worlds, you know, the Halloween and the Christmas world. And when I see these colors around, to me this is Halloween, and if I see these, to me this is Christmas. And I have achieved this contrast. The quality is top notch. Like when it comes to Colourpop and collaborations, they are doing an amazing job. I love this palette so much, and if it doesn't release at the beginning of 2022, I tried it at the beginning of 2022, and that's why I have included it here. Oh, by the way, if you're curious to see a step-by-step tutorial about this makeup that I have on my face with a little koi, it's the makeup that I've done while I was reviewing this palette. This is from She Glam, the Perspective Pisces. It has this color scheme, and this is what I have created out of this palette. Next question is about the worst makeup collab. Well, the first collab that comes to my mind is from a non-cruelty-free brand, and since in this channel we are only mentioning cruelty-free makeup and makeup products, I'm not gonna tell you about it. So keep in mind that what I'm gonna mention right now, it's not the absolute worst, but in my head I would not like to advertise someone who is accepting the animal experimentation and is actively making animals suffer just to create some makeup. This is so stupid in my head. Anyway, back to the worst collaboration. In my head, it's not the full series, but some palette from the collab that Makeup Revolution has done with the Game of Thrones. Well, I'm not talking about the big palette, this was absolutely fine by me. I'm talking about the smaller palettes, the Ice and the Fire, if I'm not mistaken. I think that I will try to include some pictures here so you understand what I'm talking about. Basically, the reason that I didn't like them was not the color scheme. The main reason was that I felt that I have seen these palettes again. And what I mean by this is basically I think that the color scheme is a repetition from an existing color scheme that Revolution has done for the Reloaded palettes. So to me that was quite cheap as an idea, like you're having a collab, try to come up with something new. You don't have just to copy yourself, like the packaging, the color scheme, everything, and just create something that says Game of Thrones. No, be more creative like you did with the big palette, or even better, just have the big palette in the collection. You don't need to have like a million palettes per collection. No one will try to buy them. This is something, a friendly advice from me. Number 6, the best seasonal release. Can I really say anything else beyond Oud and Sai and the Christmas Eve palette? I mean, this palette is a masterpiece. You have seen it in a million videos. I don't know what to say about this palette anymore. Just look at the color scheme. It's just amazing. Look at the duochromes, look at the multichromes, look how versatile is this palette. Basically, you can see the Christmas theme, but in my head, you can use it all year round. You can use this corner as a more grungy everyday look. It's just a dream. It's perfect. I'm using it again and again, although that it's not Christmas anymore. We're far away from Christmas. But yeah, just absolutely perfect. Also, bonus points here. I feel that Oud and Sai in general have updated their excellent quality with this palette even more. How is this possible? I don't know, but this palette is just great. Number 7, a palette that is still in my mind Well, I'm gonna tell you about a palette that has been released in 2022. I was looking to buy it in 2022. It was quite impossible for some reasons, but actually I have found a way to buy it, so it's not gonna be only in my mind, because I soon will have it here in real life. I have found a shop that actually brings American indie brands here in Europe with quite nice prices, so I don't want to tell you anything right now because I'm planning to do kinda a more detailed video. What is this shop, how is they do things, where can you find it, where it ships from, so I don't want to fill this video with info like this. I promise you I will do something else. If you're so curious about this, just text me on Instagram and I will tell you, okay? Back to relevancy now. I'm telling you about the palette, which is a collaboration between Gourmand Girls and Doodles by the Bunny. So I'm following this artist like since she had her Facebook era. I'm talking like 6-7 years before. I have followed all her work and I can tell you she is doing amazing stuff. So when I got to know that she's about to do something in real life, and when I got to see the Spooked palette, the palette that I'm talking to you about, I was just so happy, so enthusiastic that I could actually take her work in my hands and actually be able to do that, because Gourmand Girls is a cruelty-free brand, which is something amazing in my head. The only issue was that Gourmand Girls is an American-based indie brand, and you know how difficult it is for me to buy anything from America, so I decided to wait a little bit, and then I found this European shop that actually will bring this palette back, and you don't know how excited I am, how much I'm waiting to get the palette into my hands, because it contains some amazing Halloween-based colors, some vibrant oranges and greens and duochromes and metallics, and oh, I have a million of looks in my head that I can do with this palette and I wanna try it so bad. What you're hoping to see more next year? Well, judging by the prices that multichrome eyeshadows have these days, I'm hoping to see more affordable multichromes, because I know the pigments are so expensive in comparison with the mattes or the normal metallics and stuff like that, but judging by the recent Wouldn't I released, which they are selling a multichrome for 14-15 euros, I'm like, this is too much for a single eyeshadow. I would expect next year to see these prices dropping a little bit and at least sell a multichrome for 10 euros or something like that. I don't know how reasonable is this, but this is my expectation, this is what I'm hoping for. If this is doable, that would be great. If not, okay, we can understand. And now it's time for the Greek word of the day. I was talking about prices, so I decided to tell you the Greek word for price, and in Greek we say timi. Say it with me, ti-mi. Timi. Easy, right? So, as always, I'm gonna ask you to try to write a comment down below using the word timi, or tell me the word in your own native language. Question number 9. What you do not want to see more next year? More non-cruelty-free brands. Why do we even have to say about this? Why do we even have to mention these and that this needs to stop right now and blah blah blah? Why is this a thing? Why is it not just simple to understand that we don't need to make animals suffer for us to have makeup? I mean, this is so bad. And when I see more brands coming out not being cruelty-free, I'm like, why? Who asked for this? This is just bad. I do not support this. I will never support this. And I hope from the bottom of my heart to have a new law in 2023 that actually bans all the non-cruelty-free brands and actually force them to become cruelty-free. Because we just need to stop this. We have petitions that we sign. We have petitions out there available for us to sign that we are against animal cruelty. We have brand owners who claim if I need to become non-cruelty free, I'm just shutting down the business. Aden Cosmetics, I'm talking about you. And we have all this brilliant stuff. And on the other hand, we see brands going from cruelty-free to non-cruelty-free. Physicians Formula, I'm talking about you right now. And I'm like, Why? Why everything has to be about money and nothing else? And why the consumers still support such practices? Why? I really need to make a video which I'm mentioning brand by brand which brands used to be cruelty-free and decided to go non-cruelty-free, which is a fact that I cannot even process. I just don't know. We don't need to have non-cruelty-free makeup, people. And this is me again ranting about this, but we just need to stop it. Question number 10. Which are your personal goals to improve on next year? Well, first of all, I would like to use more my palettes. I know that sometimes I have so much work to do, so many things to review that I'm using a palette once and then I just forget about it because I have so many things in my head. So this year I actually have planned to not have 4 reviews per month, to kinda limit it to 2 reviews per month, and if I want to make another review it's gonna be like a bonus video, and basically the other 2 videos to complete the 4 makeup videos per month that I'm having are gonna be like get ready with me, using makeup that I have already used but I haven't fully reviewed yet, or stuff like this which are forcing me to use things from my own collection and not buy more stuff. I think that this is a good start point for this. I don't know, tell me your ideas if you have any. Tell me what you are doing, fellow YouTubers, what you are doing to force yourself to use more your collection and not just review more and more things every day. Secondly, I would like to improve my creativity. Like, I'm so proud about this makeup look right here, and I would like to be able to think and create more makeup looks like this. To me, improving my creativity means a lot of stuff, from like going out for a walk and see the nature, which is kind of filling my soul with happy emotions, and then I'm so happy so I can create a lot of innovative things, or just use stuff that I have. Like, I have a lot of pearls, gems, rhinestones, stuff like that. I feel that if I find more creative ways to incorporate them in my makeup looks, this is gonna be also amazing. Also, I'm looking for more new people on YouTube who are doing a little bit more out there makeup and not the conventional one. The conventional can also be fun and very inspiring, but right now I feel that I need something a little bit different. So I think these are the goals and these are the paths that I'm gonna follow to reach my goals in 2023. And that was it. This was our video for today. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I appreciate you a lot. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. Everywhere my username is Catlady Antigoni, and I would be very happy to see you there. Tell me down in the comments if you agree or not with the opinions that I have mentioned in this video. I'm so curious about your opinions and your answers as well. And see you next time with a makeup video. Until then, bye bye!